Warrior2 pose. Take a wide step on your mat, as wide as is comfortably possible to go. Start with the feet parallel, even with the toes slightly turned in towards each other. Take one foot and point the toes towards the short edge of your mat, and then bend that front knee. Now there's a few things to look at what's going on in your body here. Start with the back foot. Press the outer edge of the back foot into the mat without lifting the front or the inner edge. Just to get that line of energy through that back leg, strong back leg. When you bend the front knee, look to line up the center of the hip with the center of the knee with the center of the foot. You may notice sometimes, turn to face the camera here, you want to, avoid the knee moving inwards or outwards, but particularly inwards. That can over time be damaging to the knee. And the same with the back leg. The reason for pressing through the outer edge of that back foot is you don't want that knee falling inwards. So find that strong foundation from the feet up first before you move anywhere else in your Warrior2. Allow the tailbone to be heavy towards the mat. Hug the belly in, lengthen the spine. And then you can extend the arms out to the sides from the shoulders and look over the front arm. And that is your Warrior2. Mount, gently straighten the leg, walk the feet in towards each other. You can use a chair for Warrior2. Have a seat in your chair. Bend that leg out. Bring that front knee out to the other side. Same idea, you're just doing this sitting down in a chair. Let's do those on the other side. Do Warrior2 on the other side. Out of that, bring the legs in. Warrior2 standing on the left side. So take your wide stance. Bring the left toes away. That foot is slightly turned in. Press through the outer edge of that back foot. Bend the front knee. Lengthen the spine. Tailbone down, belly in. Arms out to the sides. And that's Warrior2. Look now at triangle pose. Take a wide stance on your mat. As wide as you feel comfortable to go. Feet parallel and then turn the toes slightly in. On one foot, you can take the toes pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Take hands to hips, lengthen the spine. And just practice these movements in the pelvis. Here you want to hinge. So the back hip will go back, and you're going to hinge from the front hip, finding length through both sides of the body in your triangle pose. Often you'll see people folding down like this, and that can be a little challenging on the body to keep doing over time. So find that length through the spine, length through both sides of the body, hip goes back. You extend that front arm forward to find that length, and then place the hand to wherever it's going to go. If your hand isn't reaching to your ankle, then take a block to rest your hand on the block. Inhale, come on back up. Then you can take this over to the other side. So the back foot, the toes are slightly turned in, press through the outer edge, but keep the four corners of the feet engaged. Front toes are pointing to the short edge of the mat, lengthen the spine, back hip goes back, hinging at the front. Reach forward, place the hand on the block. Just have the option here to open up the upper hand, or you can keep it on the hip. Rise back up. You can also use your chair for triangle pose. Find you're really tight in the inner thighs or in the back. You can place your hand on a chair. In the back, hand can stay on a hip, or you can extend the arms away from each other. And also use the upper part of the chair. Maybe this is your triangle pose. The best part about yoga is that you have so many options. You don't have to do things exactly the way they're done in the photographs that you see. So choose your option, be good to yourself, kind to your body, do the posture that best fits your body. And that's triangle pose. Let's take a look now at tree pose. This is a very fun and challenging balancing pose. You can have a chair handy so that you can use the back of the chair for helping you with your balance if you wish. So first come to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Find a nice strong stance here. Bring the hands to hips. Heel the right heel off the mat. Rotate that leg out. And heel to ankle. This is your first option. Notice if that outer hip is jutting out. Hug that back in. Hug the belly in. Lengthen the spine. So keep that length and strength through the body. Press through the standing leg. Next option is to bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the calf. You can play with the hand positions. Bring hands to heart center. It's okay if you fall in and out of this posture, just come back in, extend the arms overhead. Maybe you can be a tree swaying in the wind. Bring hands to hips with control, release that down. Or you can take a hold of the ankle and bring the sole of the foot into the thigh. Press foot into thigh and thigh into foot. Gain strength through that outer hip and through the spine. Lay here with your posture, your arms, and release that down. Let's do that on the other side. Find your Tadasana. Peel the left heel off the mat. Rotate that leg. Option 1. Option 2, sole of the foot to the inside of the calf. And start center. This is actually my favorite position to practice tree pose. And then option 3, sole of the foot to the inside of the leg. And at any time, feel free to take a hold, or even just place your fingertips on that chair. You can take the arms to wherever you wish. Notice if that hip is jutting out, hug it in, hug the belly in, long and strong. Beautiful. And that's tree pose.